Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to Point to Ponder. Today we'll discuss in this video whether we should encourage competition or the team should and individuals should support each other in an organization, in an office, in a firm, in a factory, or in any setup. So without going into the preamble, I will quote Dr. W. Edwards Deming, who wrote in Washington on October 28, 1990, and it reads, "In a well-organized system, all the components work together to support each other. In a system that is well led and managed, everybody wins." This is what I taught Japanese top management and engineers beginning in 1950. So you can imagine that why Japanese technology is progressing at sky high rates in the world, and everybody is asking for Japanese products. I, based on my 40 years of experience in administration and management in variety of fields at various tasks that I have performed in my life, I can quote many examples, but I'll quote one only. Back in year 2000, I was teaching somewhere. I was just a teacher, not that I had some administrative or management appointment. But what I used to see there, that whenever anybody was assigned a task, that is, the management used to assign a task, then all others used to help him oblique her to accomplish the task. There was no cutthroat competition, or you can say letting somebody down or something of that sort. And then at the end of every semester, unlike many universities, I have seen that they start distributing the certificates that so and so was the best instructor, so and so was the best employee, etc., etc. Now there the managers used to say that, ladies and gentlemen, you are helping us. So this is what basically Dr. W. Edward is conveying, or he has trained the Japanese engineers and the managers. Now he further says that if by bad management the components become competitive, the system is destroyed. Now he is not against competition, but what he is saying we need to understand. And I will give you an example, that suppose a person has achieved 10 points and another person has achieved 7 points. So the one who has achieved 7 points, instead of making his points as 11 and winning over the A, he or she tries to put down the other fellow 10 points to 6 points, so he is better. Now that is a, you can say, negative competition, a negative spirit. That is not required. And there is another aspect of this. When the individuals or the teams or the divisions, they fall into competition, then they start comparing each other's performance. Say for example, if the objective of a firm is to achieve 98% target, and when you are in competition, then A group, let's say he achieves 55, and the one who achieves 60, another one, they say, all right, we are better than them. All right, and yet a third one achieves 65, and he says that, all right, we are better than all the two, remaining two. So, okay, you are better, But the point is that the organization has set the target as 98. So all of you are better than one and the other, but the target of the, it has not been achieved. And that is the reason that here organization loses, everybody loses. Your whatever you produce or you manufacture, that does not sell because you are in competition. Okay, the cost of the product that goes up because you are not selling the product, you are not earning the profits. The quality obviously declines and your market also declines. So he further says, unfortunately this fate awaits the Western world because of the prevailing system management which does not understand the system. Now here you can say he is not, you can say, discussing or blaming the third world or the developing countries, but the Western world. He says that they are unaware of this methodology. They are still, in competition or comparing awards and punishments and rewards and all that, but they are not achieving the objective. So he further says, a common example lies in the practice of ranking people, divisions, teams, comparing them with reward at the top and punishment at the bottom. Jobs and salaries are based on comparisons. Teams naturally become competitive, divisions become competitive. Each tries to undo the others in some competitive measures. Now, you must have seen the video, and I was also watching a video where, the president, or you can say the owner of a bank in the United States of America, the bank got bankrupted, went into loss. A lot of people's money, it was stolen. And then the president at the top, he, instead of taking the actions against, the top administration, he started, throwing the blame. Rather, he threw the blame. He had thrown the blame on the, you can say, the lower managers and the lower staff, who were already under pressure and they were low paid. So naturally, he was called by the Senate committee, and the chairperson then asked, "All right, did you resign? Have you did you sack some, you can say, the top administration people, like the vice presidents or something of that sort?" So he said no. He said, then you are guilty. You are responsible. Don't, throw the blame on the juniors, but take the responsibility yourself. Now this is unfortunate that whenever something good happens, then the people at the top, they try to take the reward. They say it is our doing. And if something bad happens, then they throw the blame on the juniors and they try to punish them. So that is where you lose the sight of management and the administration. Okay. Now I remember once one of the manager, he came to me. I was looking after a very small setup in a university, and he said, this so and so, he basically does not work, this person. So if you can take it, and I want to throw him out. I said, no, don't throw him out. Just give it to me. I know, how the work has to be done. First of all, I will evaluate his capabilities, his weaknesses, try to help him in removing the weaknesses, and try to exploit his capabilities. And I found that person very efficient with me. And after a month or so, that gentleman met me. He said, how he is performing? I said, he is performing very good. He is performing very well. Because the problem with the manager is that they say either he performs or he doesn't, and that is all. They do not help an individual to remove the weaknesses, first of all. And if, let's say, the weaknesses cannot be removed, let's say a person is good in, administration, he is good in production, and he is not a good sales manager, So why put him in sales manager? Why put in that division? Put him on production. Put him where he is good, and try to coach him and try to remove his weaknesses. After all of us, we have got the weaknesses, and we have removed our weaknesses with the passage of time. Okay, so that is what is to be done in this particular case. And further, Dr. Edward, he gives the example that sales, for example, might be the competitive measure. The result is higher cost, better share of market, and everybody loses. Now let's suppose there are, 3, 4, 5 teams who are involved in the sales. So one of the team, maybe they are better educated, maybe they are more experienced, maybe they have more, you can say, contacts. So they try to, whatever is the target they try to achieve, and it may be 20%. And others, they can't achieve rest 80%, maybe it is 50%. But the target of the factory or the target of the firm is that of 98% or you can say 100%. So even if one team is better than the others, overall you are losing. So when you are losing, you are adding, basically you are not selling the product. Your cost of the items is going high because your expenditure is more, right, than the profit. And then you try to compete. So instead of, if you take the, if you give the target to the entire people, all the people who are in the sales business, it's all right. You have to sell this product and achieve 98%. Then probably the fast movers, the experts, they will like to take the, slow movers along. And this is the philosophy, that you take even those people along who are slightly slow movers. Today they are slow movers, tomorrow they will be fast movers. So this is, I have conveyed you the message of what Dr. Edward has advised to say the Japanese in 1950, and they are progressing at that rate. If you have liked my words or this video, then please like it, share it, subscribe my channel, and you will keep getting, things like that in future also. Thank you very much.